Alright, boys. Biggest bird of my life right there. Look at the hooks on them. I don't even want to touch them, they're so big. Look at them hooks. I got him. He's smart old bird. Crushed him. So, finally got him. Took him a while. The hens. He's a smart bird. I couldn't believe how smart he was. But you see the hooks on him. See how big he is. Monster. True monster. I don't know how big that is. Probably inch and a half all day long. Whew. Smart bird. Oh, I was running late this morning and down in the hills of PA, and I got permission from this old lady last year. She owns like 150 acres or so, and nobody hunts it. Last year I had a bird up in here down lower towards her house, and I was hunting on state ground across the road, and a bird was gobbling, so I went and knocked on her door. So that's how I gained access to this piece. So I knocked on her door again this year, and I came up in here, walked it once this year, never heard a gobble, and I told myself I gotta come back and start earlier here. I got in here at like 11 o'clock last time, and I got in here this morning early and started down low, called all the way up through. It was raining so hard, and eventually I heard this bird up. I got up to the pipeline up here, and I called, and it was so windy and rainy I could barely hear, but I'm like, I just thought I heard one right there. And I was waiting, and I said, man, I think I hear a hen too. So I just got on this side of the pipeline with them and started calling, and next thing you know, I hear a bird gobble again. I'm like, but it was muffled. The wind was blowing hard, and I was like, I'm not too sure. So I just sat down, started calling again, and next thing you know, I look down in front of me, and I see the hens all coming, 3 of them. So they all come up within 50 yards and maybe 40. And I see him. He took about half an hour. He stayed right back. He stayed 50 yards behind them all, and I see him way out there, probably 85 yards or so, and he come up strutting on a hill, and I don't know if you guys would be able to tell in the video, but he came up strutting on a hill, and all the hens were feeding like 40 yards, and I just, rule of thumb, if you can see their eye, you can shoot. I couldn't see his eye, so I'm like, I'm not shooting. He looked 65 at that time, and I'm like, I'm just not shooting. I'm like, I got all day to play with this bird because you can hunt all day in PA now. So I wasn't too worried about it, and I was just waiting and being patient, and his hens fed back across in front of me, like down towards the pipeline and just over the top of the ridge, and I called again, and next thing you know, the bird gobbles. And he's just over the ridge, and so I turned back on the camera. And I don't know if I turned it on before I started recording or not, but he gobbled. And I started calling to him louder because I never really laid it on him before. So if one thing isn't working, the soft calling wasn't really working, I started laying it on him. He gobbled both times in my call, and next thing you know, I see all the hens running up single file right to me, and they all were like counting on a 45, and I was going to shoot them at like 40. All the hens come right past me, and I said, no, they're coming on an angle. Let them get as close as you can. That way, if you shoot and you miss, you still got, 1 or 2 more shots. If you shoot at him 40, by the time he gets to the air, you're just going to be whacking at him. So I just waited till he got about 35 to 40, and he stopped. I swung on him and shot and dumped him. So, very excited. Biggest bird of my life. Up in the hills of PA. So, I didn't want to close out my New York season. I tagged out earlier in the month, and I just been helping people get birds, and there's only a couple days left in the PA season, and I just want to hunt, you know, that's what I love to do, so we got him. I'll show you guys the spurs now that he's dead. Look at them spurs. Big dog. Big bird.